we're here to talk about the new Twitch meta and everything that's been going on. I was there during Ground Zero, so let's actually look at some of the content. A lot of people had a lot to say. A lot of people close to some of the people that did it bad. Now, it's a mess. I'm gonna go in more detail in the second half of the video because the second half is going to be a little more separate to have more images and stuff be shown because I do have to edit and make sure that no titty gets stuck out there. But basically, I just want to make content and vibe. How do I isolate myself in the community? This is too stressful. I'm tired and get easily affected by my environment. I almost feel ashamed to be labeled a VTuber. Just content creator, please. And this is all. We'll get to who. For the VTuber side, not the IRL side, because the IRL content creators made a lot of people mad. And this is all the VTubers. The IRL stuff is worse, so we're gonna try and mainly focus on the VTuber side and talk about the good and the bad. On the topic of NSFW stuff, I never hardly, if ever, used Twitter until I became a VTuber. I was getting flashing left and right. I was actually so crazy to me. I started blocking people, even people in the VTuber community. I did not know of any other way to shoot myself. So, etc. etc. There are naked VTubers happening on Twitch. If they Twitch was driving the naked people, content, blah blah blah. It's fairly new to Twitch. Basically. Joel even porcelain made is like artistic nudity does not mean porn. If it refers to anatomy studies, figure drawings, nude bodies, is in a non-sexual environment, i.e., Glory Renaissance style is part of it done. So like if you ever seen the David the statues with the Greek statues and those that's up with their dicks hanging out, those are artistic. Like all the Greek statues with the PPI hanging out. Even some a lot of people left this meme is like. Yada yada, here's the rules of the guidelines. VTubers, that sign won't stop me. I can't read. So, alright. Jake Lucky, Marina posted this on her Twitch. Like, there was a stream for 8 hours. Now, I don't think what Marina did was good or bad. And let me explain. What she did was bad for the artist because even though her model isn't technically her. All right. So there are two versions of her model. The PNG one, which is art. Someone made art specifically that is 1-to-1 for the VTuber model. But Twitch is like, oh, it's allowed even though it's naked. For a lot of people, this made them worry for obvious reasons. Even if it's not technically breaking the TOS, kinda, because Twitch was very vague about like, so can you just have art up? Twitch was even if you disagree and say art can be allowed, I think it can be a little rough because the model looks like the actual model she's using. So I can see why people would make that argument. Hell, the main model was already nude, despite she could have just worn clothes at that point, which is an argument why people bring up is at that very least because we're gonna get to DMs and all that Discord nonsense. So making this clear. Oh wait, first, please do not do this or be the one to push boundaries. New Twitch TOS has rules VTubers. Otherwise, this is what happens. Making this clear, I'm not associated with the VTuber being discussed right now and not have been associated for months. I will not name her directly because the clout is what she wants. Her actions and the others last night disgust me. And others last night, now back to silly videos. And Adora specifically says this because, Marina, basically everybody name dropped Marina. A lot of people did. Like, a lot of people just said her name. I'm not even going to try to act like it didn't happen. A lot of people, like, I came into a stream today by ADC VR or whatever, the VR streamer, and they were just like, oh, you know what Marina did? No titty out. A lot of people name dropped specifically because they're just like, you were the main one, and that's kind of the situation is they looked at specifically that. Now, Angel Steps is a VR VTuber who does ASMR. Now, because of what happened with Twitch and other VTubers, mainly VTubers I want to focus on for now. We're going to do an IRL one in a second, in a little bit, with some of the VTuber stuff, like the images that are going to be censored. But the IRL content creators are like so much more dangerous because they've been doing it for years. What Marina and some other streamers did that weren't art was more dangerous because it actually is more likely to get in trouble, even though they're not technically breaking the rules. All right, ASMR streams will only be on YouTube now. And the big fallout happened. I'm going to see a lot of VTuber ASMR artists getting hate because a lot of people were doing a lot of this stuff. And I saw the stream. I was a little sad. I understand. We are, and yeah, Riri talked about it. And he's like, all right, and he's made another post. Where we're gonna, I think I put up there, the Twitch TS debacle is exactly why I believe streamers can never unionize. Because even if the vast majority agree, there's a cloud obsessed minority that will do whatever they can for views and attention, despite their peers, and those peers and communities do better. And we lost artistic nudity allowance. Thanks, guys. Hope you've been happy and worth the views and bands we're screwing over artists. And it did screw up a lot of artists. A lot of artists are actually afraid that they can't even draw scopes of model. Let me explain. So VTuber modelers wouldn't draw like titty or anything. So when they would try to make a VTuber model, they weren't drawing titty or nipples or any of that. It would just be no titty on it. They would be sculpting. They would do the titty off screen, not on screen. Like later, when they're after they finish streaming, they would do it all the nude parts later when it's not to be seen. Again, for artists who are excited to start drawing the threat of their ability to be taken away due to their stream being just suppressed due to a lot of people were fucking over artists mainly. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the new TOS is that we can stream naked is like specifically artists or drawing art to do. You're right. They've been clarified in their Q&A. VTubers go with the adult nudity like very explicitly. A lot of people. To talk about this is correct. The TO does not mean we can stream with a nude mode. I explained on stream that if I were to draw my model on stream and I wanted to stream drawing the nude model with all the bits, that's fine. However, I can't go on stream with the rigged model and have a helicopter. Basically, the VTuber models, if he can draw his model and he can have like a reference of his model, but he can't have the model that moves around have its cock hanging out. Basically, that's what happened with Marina, except even though her model didn't show any nudity, I'll explain it in the next part where she does talk about it, specifically that she got banned because her model wasn't wearing clothes, but it didn't break the nudity part of the TOS. Because only IRL streamers can have their titties hanging out without clothes on, even though they are also breaking the terms of services like that, even though they aren't showing titty either. They're allowed to do it. I'm just curious why people want nudity porn on Twitch so bad. I'm just curious why people want nudity porn on Twitch so bad. There's literally a ton of websites to do so. Not for I see for live streams. I joke on stream about getting nude, but it's all just me being a sarcastic asshole. Felt Twitch for the place for content like that. And even as someone who is lewd yada yada label, chat, it's so shocked them. Like, yes, I do think there are stuff like Fansly and all that stuff where people can go, look at titties. But I also think a lot of the thing is Twitch has never been for children. And I think a lot of people leaned into it too heavily. Let me explain. Twitch has never been for children. A lot of the people that get on Twitch that are young are because their parents just go, oh, this is fine. No, it's not. You should monitor your children. Your children will be on sites that are 18 plus. I feel like artistic nudity should have just been for artists. I feel like Twitch should have tried harder because everybody I know talked about it and said Twitch really should be for artists and whatnot. A lot of people are just like, we can't artists, draw and do that, all that stuff on Twitch, without getting in trouble. And, that's what people wanted. They wanted artistic nudity just for artists, so artists can draw without having to go, oh my god, I'm getting in trouble because I accidentally drew a nipple without any titty on it. Like, it could be a nipple without any boob, and you could probably get banned onto it. But a clusterfuck with this all. Now, I'm just going to sit back, mind my business, and not get myself shafted by Daddy Twitch for giving them a centimeter of photos taking a light year. I'm going to make this my last post. I'm all for degeneracy, but there's place and time for keeping keeping content on platforms appropriate. This is the allowment of nudity and such like this is going to change real quick how Twitch has been going to things downhill. It all comes to the importance of identify bad actors are those who use Twitch to generate substance versus those who use sketchy gray areas to make a quick buck. From learning, went over the shallow. Exactly. A lot of people had to talk about it. And a lot of people had to say this. I may not be a Vtuber, I'm pretty clean, and I do anything of that kind of corner from swearing and the occasional Twitter shitpost, but I'm friends with a bunch of people who are, and all these communities and more of the streamers thing. Basically, Katie had to, this isn't a dunk on anyone, basically everyone had to explain, yeah, this, exactly. A lot of people were just like, I'm posting. I know we don't know each other very well, Katie. This Twitch is giving us a chance, and if we ruin it, yeah, basically, a lot of people were talking about this. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Crystal, don't get me in trouble. Oh my god. I cannot continue. I got so scared. Crystalli is NSFW, and I think they also talked about it. I'm too scared to go, though. I'm too scared. I'm actually too terrified. Like, nice titties, respect it. But focus. And Ghoul Mommy, who got banned for doing art, Ghoul has done actual art and was banned it was, I think, 30 minutes or an hour. Like, she got banned for not doing anything wrong. Like, what? And a lot of people complained because Ghoul didn't do anything wrong. She just found out about the thing. She was like, can we? And she decided, fine, let's draw some titty. Now, other people I knew, like Cheeky Nutty Buns, and not just Ghoul Mommy, also talked about this. Cheeky got banned. Saruel got banned. Annie got banned. So many streamers were just getting banned for not breaking TOS. Also, do y'all hate artists or something? We get one win, and now the art tag is flooded with twerking and mass report. Yeah, doing nude figure drawing in high schools at a higher density of maturity than this. Someone, y'all, god damn it. 2 things the new Twitch TOS update. I want to say that I love you guys. Artists breathing. Room more encourages people to draw, and I wouldn't think, but it's not sexual. I think that's TOS is going for. Dexterdo talked about it. For a woman who once told me to think of she sure does know how to make all of us look bad. And one of my replies was, who said that? And then Kumaguro said Marina. Everyone, people did name drop her, like, outright, because a lot of people pointed to her because, like, compared to the other streamers, Marina quite literally blew up. She went from a viewing of 200 to 300 people to 2,500 viewers in one night. She was eclipsing some of the biggest small streamers. When I mean biggest small streamers, I mean streamers with 100 in the 100Ks. Like, talking about, like, followers, 100K followers. And their, like, community, like, say, so my channel, the main channel, even though it's not the main channel anymore, really, for content, just live streaming every now and then, has 150K. I just checked. It had 150K. It's still in the 100K range. That, like, Marina had, like, what a person 100K range would have. 2,500 people watched her with the model and all that stuff that you saw earlier. Yeah, 2,500 people saw that. Even though it wasn't as bad as the IRL streamers where you see 10K people, it's still pretty. It shows how much people were looking and watching and paying attention to this situation overall. And that's not me to say that she was a monster. Of course, people would do it. People were just like, fuck yeah, let's go. Should people have the right to be upset? Exactly. I feel like a lot of people that are upset have the right to talk about it. The actions of certain VTubers on Twitch yesterday were reckless, and to make a lasting impact and prove a point, this can't be a slap in the wrist with the new policies Twitch changed. This needs to be permanent. It took basic under reading comprehension to understand that Twitch allowed him for it was just not it. Me, when people ruin it for my being loot tubers, yeah. Moon and Barrage open Twitch, and every VTuber on this was naked model art. Y'all gonna ruin this. I'm calling it now, and it did. I see the bans are rolling out. So let's keep going. Meow Moonified, who is, I want you to pay attention. Mooney's talked about this in the past. Mooney used to do NSFW voice acting for, like, the hentais you see and all this stuff. Even Mooney herself, she didn't name drop Marina. I don't even know what this, I forgot. It was one of the IRL streamers, if I remember correctly. She talked about it, and she's like, I think the more I think about it, less good I feel about seeing straight up porn on Twitch. Please just keep in mind that bending the rules so hard makes it harder on all other LootTubers. I'm not sure a LootTuber. I'm not a LootTuber. I love my friends that are LootTuber, and things for them. Sorry, like, etc., etc. I could think about seeing actual boobs on Twitch. Yeah, IRL streamers were doing this. I'll be brutally honest, and this is something from Ray. I'm not entirely All right, I'm gonna just openly browsing Twitch. I'm all NSFW. I'm all for NSFW. Don't get me wrong. I'm no proof far from it. However, when nearly everything sits in the realm of this could be on a porn site, then I am literally going to continue seeking out content. I'm going to less likely to look for content on the platform. Even Neopo Senpai, an actual artist, who I actually hope that. This is going to be the right time I'm going to say it. Follow the people that I've shown off, because I think they're very swell people. I am glad I got backed away from this before she didn't do it. She did talk about doing it, maybe, because she draws art. And one of her bans was Twitch thought, since she was drawing femboys, even though there was no nudity, they were like, it's too female enough, that it got her in trouble, which is pretty fucking stupid. But she did talk about it and how it does fucking suck. She wanted to do some of the new art, and she was like, whoa, and this happened 3 hours ago, by the way. I've had all the, she backed away at the last, before she did it, and then Twitch got rid of the thing. I've been having this right there in my mouth, which wriggling, because, all right. Actually, I want to finish reading what Neil says. I'm really glad I backed away from this. Some streamers who have been interacting with me for a while now. I've been acting for a while now. Especially right now, I'm very disappointed with the TO's role because back and was looking forward to a bit more creative freedom on Twitch when it came to drawing on stream. I have had this slot rolling around my brain all day. Actually, we should check this one because it's the last one. My content will not change. I've always been me, being Luda. I wish to do so on websites made for that. I respect safer work so much but I was really trying to prove something but it's really silly trying to prove something by playing chicken with Twitch's TOS. There is a place for everything, and I'm scared so many of my friends will lose their livelihoods if people keep pushing boundaries. They're not going to punish the streamers showing fake nudity. They will punish most people who are doing the most. And there are people who are getting banned for safe for work art and regular anything. People are going to complain about Twitch's scapegoat and Twitch's scapegoat has never been streamers with 3K watchers making them bank. It's going to be VTubers or smaller streamers that suffer. I thought about hiding things from the 100 or small wins, but we can't have nice things. I had to start rolling around my brain, and I just had to say it. I am struggling to find words. Please bear with me. One of the big differences between Twitch and sites like OnlyFans is a social contract or consent with the creators and viewers. Please, going on to NSFW sites and what they are going themselves into, and therefore are consenting to view this type of content, or people can on Twitch, especially minors, are not. Even if Twitch had decided not just artistic nudity, content has a device. Wait. People are not. People on Twitch, especially minors, blah blah blah. People are therefore consenting to view this type of content. Yeah, a lot. I get what she means. A lot, even though people don't like the minors on Twitch because it's always been a fucking stupid argument. Because ask anyone on their Twitch site, anyone who uses Twitch, do you allow minors? And a lot of people say no, they get banned. And you can't argue with me. That's not what happens. Go into a cocktail stream and ask her what happens to the teenagers. Do they get banned? Don't worry, I had to ask this for a video. Like, I can go in the cottage chat and ask for a video right now, but that's not important. You will get banned. So a lot of people who are just saying kids are on Twitch. No, they shouldn't be on Twitch. They should have never been on Twitch in the first place because they're kids. They shouldn't be on a site that's considered adult content. Content is the right audience. Twitch has not feel comfortable doing over sexual, non-educational content. Yes, sex, any type like sex education should be allowed. If you're going to show images, it should be for sex ed. I feel like that's fine. And you can't really do that with Twitch because Twitch is very inconsistent about what's allowed and what's not. In places like blurred thumbnails or separate NSFW section, meaning viewers would have consented to viewing this type of content. Yeah, there really should be a censor option or some type of way to make it, for people to look at the content. This is why safe spaces for sex workers and kink starters and like adult sites and feel like communities exist. It's icky to see creators boasting about sex educators violating boundaries like this. No, this is a nuanced issue, and I wish I better ways to explain. I also want to clarify for a mature audience and creating sexual and illicit content are not the same thing. My community is always and will be. However, there is a big difference between some dirty jokes and porn, and there is a proper time and place. So that was all about the VTubers. Now, I'm going to only show a little bit. We're going to cut. And we're going to go to some of the IRL streamers. I'm going to change it up so you don't get bored. So I can ruin your fucking immersion by forcing you to watch VTubers. How horrifying. But we're gonna cut. And we're going to force you to watch big titty women. I'm joking, by the way. But we're going to show you some of the images, some of the replies and everything. Because people had stuff to say. Welcome, chat. Welcome to this streamer. Let's look at what they have to do. Oh my god, links to all my porn. Wow. This is a live stream going on right now at fucking 2:56. It's 2:56. It is 2:56. This is 2:56 in the fucking morning. In the afternoon, technically. Afternoon is still the morning. But this is a live stream going on right fucking now. What do you mean? Like, what? Like, she's gonna get banned. Like, even Asian Bunny. She didn't do this. This was a different. She put on clothes eventually. But like, this is live. Now we're gonna see the rest of the clips that roll out, and it's still not fucking good. So we're gonna see the next of the clips, and we'll be back. But this is live. This is still going on despite the TOS change.
Hello guys, as you may expect, it did not last a single week and Twitch's new TOS was already rolled back. That is the end of the artistic policy nudity thingy that they made. To no one's surprise, honestly. I think all of us were expecting this to happen given how people were mistreating the TOS. On a recent update that you can find in the description of the video if you want to read it in full, Twitch is basically saying that they are doing these changes, these rollbacks, because they noticed some content creators were doing violations of the policy and they got suspended, which if you go to streamer bans on Twitter, you will find out that indeed a lot of people have been banned in the couple past 2 days, which is concerning. I have had friends, artist friends, that also have been banned, such as Joshi Noir and Shonso, which are both responsible for my 2D and my 3D model. There have been a huge issue regarding this, and many artists and also streamers on the R category have been suspended for 3 days or so. So it raises a question. Is this all a setup? Was this intended, or people just don't know at Twitch headquarters how to implement policies? And, you know, it's kind of weird that they apologize saying, we're gonna roll back this policy issue. Like, people are just following what you're writing, right? At least the artists aren't. Because if we're gonna talk about the streamers that took it too far, oh boy, Twitter is pointing out all the fingers to one particular VTuber. Pretty sure you know her by now. This streamer basically decided to take TOS to the limit and blow up on a stream, making it big news all over the place. However, a lot of people are expressing their discontent with this person, but what I am seeing is absolutely disgusting, and this is a big problem. People are outraged that Twitch only banned the streamer that took the TOS to the limit for 1 day, whereas artists that were actually following correctly the TOS are banned for 3 days or a week. Though, you know, there is a huge sense of injustice in the community. I'm pretty sure all of this is gonna pass within a couple of weeks, as it usually does, and people are no longer gonna remember this. But it's still concerning. It's still concerning. It's still a big effed up on Twitch ban system and also the policies and how the community reacts. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This whole thing, I'm glad I took the decision that I was not gonna make any lewd thing with the policy. I'm glad I was able to stick to myself and my content. But I honestly feel disgusted. I wish I could be a VTuber without really being part of the VTuber community, you know? I wish I could kind of be my own thing. I don't want to be associated with anyone that is in the same group category, making an embarrassment of the whole community. I guess that's my opinion on the matter. You know, it's kind of serious. I'm not really known for making content like this, but I have created this new playlist called Controversial Opinions. So I'm gonna be stockpiling videos like this, but don't worry, I'm gonna be countering this stuff with a lot of positivity and wholesomeness on other playlists on my same YouTube channel. So let's turn the page, and I hope that all the artists that got affected and all the streamers that were affected by this mistake can get their channel restored. And let's just be more careful next time with things. Let's not jump the gun. Every time there is a change policy, it's a good idea to wait. Maybe a couple of days, maybe a week, maybe a month before you do something. You never know what's gonna happen or how far people are gonna take things. Oh boy, we live in such strange times. I hope you're safe. If you're a streamer, I hope you did not get affected. If you're a content creator, please be smart and learn from these mistakes. You know, the worst thing that can happen is not learning anything from this. Let's get smarter and let's get wiser. I hope you have a wonderful time. See you on the next video. Lim.
This is a great point. This is the art section of Twitch, and there's a reason why it's all blurred, okay? That's because this is all filled with nudity across the board. Human nudity, fox nudity, alien nudity, furry nudity. Okay, woo!
And like, this is what I think that Twitch should do. I thought about this a lot. I think here's what the problem is. If I go to my For You page, it makes me think that I'm not on Twitch. They should never, 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 never recommend channels whenever they have users that are underage.
Editor's note, I went to make a test Twitch account as a 14 years old to then test what I would get recommended without clicking anything. This is the result. What the fuck?
There needs to be like a distinction, like, you know, like a back-end code does like an OnlyFans check. An OnlyFans, yes or no? OnlyFans, yes. Okay, recommended, no. OnlyFans, no. Recommended, yes. Underage people have accounts, and the website is recommending people with underage accounts videos like this. That's what I think.
And also, like, anxious today.
Right here we got the dollar store Amaranth. Just making good old-fashioned content. Tell me more about it, sweetie, while you wet your nips.
You know what I mean? Titan, thank you for the tier 3. Thank you, thank you. I just want to relax today, so I don't really have any, like, sub goals or anything like that. I'm just chilling today.
Oh my.
You gotta love how this chick nonchalantly does this stream to shake her boobs and pretend like it's so casual. I'm just chilling today. And for dudes that don't get laid, they actually sit here and think, man, I bet this is what girls do. They just hang out and rub themselves with oil and chill. Oh my god, what a stream. I guess if you're gonna beat Amaranth, you gotta take it to the next level at this point.
I take it too far all the time.
If you know what I mean.
No. I don't have a boyfriend.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I'm gonna try to do something.
Her head's as empty as a flowerpot.
Oh, she does have a boyfriend. That means she's available for me. Let me guess, your type is a gomless loser that spends all day on Twitch with a weak chin and a short dick. That's literally me.
It's toxic.
I'm gonna believe she managed to figure out how to negotiate a decent loan for a house of that size on her own. Meanwhile, she barely has a thought to string together while standing around half naked on camera. And I'm supposed to believe... I don't care, screw it. If someone thinks it's sexist, they can suck my... How about that? No more of this nice guy crap. Eat me. And I'm not playing down my New York accent any longer.
He's into Lamborghinis now. He's into... How do you rev? I can't rev. We're gonna rip through like 7,000 RPM, dude. We're gonna go hard.
Right.
Asian Bunny, I have to say, has truly broken the stereotype that Asian people are incredibly intelligent. No, more power to her. We need to see more dumb Asians in the world, and this girl is it.
Me, Reiki.
Now, if you thought the last one didn't have anything to say, Asian Bunny, man, if you put your ear up against her head, you can hear the ocean. That's how empty it is in that shell. Her only saving grace is being a cute Asian girl with big boobs, and she's cashing in on it. You gotta love the digital age. We are enabling more people with no talent to become rich in a little bit, and you wonder why most people don't want to work normal jobs. Because if you go online, you see these assholes. They're literally borderline retarded, and they're becoming rich. You sit there and think like, well, at least I know 2 + 2 is 4. What's stopping me? Bro, she sits here literally for like 2 or 3 minutes dead silent. This chick has been banned 6 times, bro. 6 times for this. Not permaban. And they only ban her every time for 1 day. But this time she got banned for 2 days. I think she oiled her boobs a little too much that day, so it was a little too slippery, a little too slidey, a little too sexually suggestive. And they were like, that's it. 2-day ban. I hope you learned your lesson. Next time use coconut oil.